Good morning, folks. Wanted to catch back up with you on the 1994 KX125 build. So a lot of things have happened since the last video. I'll kind of keep this one short. I think the last one was the part 3. Anyway, kind of where I'm at today, what's going on. So as you can see, the 94 KX125 is looking much different than it did in some of the previous videos. I think the last one was more of an assessment, maybe getting together. So a lot of things have happened, but a lot of things are going on at the same time. So that's preventing me from finishing. So first of all, frame powder coated, engine cleaned and then cleaned again. As it turns out, my carburetor that I had on here was missing some pieces. It could have been fixed, but I was able to find this carburetor with the throttle housing on eBay for one price, and I really needed the throttle also. So I bought the whole kit and caboodle there, so replaced that. Radiators were fine. So got those painted back to black. They look okay. New radiator hose, of course, went with the blue there. Biggest thing is the wheels have been a tough go. So I found this really nice front wheel for sale that I couldn't pass up. So I went ahead and took that one. It's nice and straight. Doesn't look like it had very much use on it at all. The deal was the rear. But lo and behold, believe it or not, I was able to find a brand new, look at that, a brand new OEM old stock wheel. I can't believe it. Although it wasn't cheap, I had to buy the set, so it came with a nice new front wheel also. So had I found that first before I went ahead and mounted the tire and put this one on, I'd have used it, but this one's in such good shape that it's fine. So here we are. This is pretty much as far as I've gotten. So with coronavirus update is that parts are now beginning to be very hard to get. Every time I've tried to order a part, it's on back order, it's not available, it's out of stock, so I'm really struggling. So one of the things was when I started this video was that, or when I started this build rather, that this was going to be a build on a budget. And the unfortunate part is, just a few things I mentioned before, is that almost everything was bad. I mean, everything I touched on this thing was messed up in some kind of way. So building on a budget was quickly going out the door. So I already invested a good bit in this bike for it to be on a budget whatsoever. So it's going to be a really nice bike when it's done. It'll be for sale, but you know, trying to get my money back out of it will be pretty tough to do. I understand that, but at this point in the game, that's just where I'm at. I want to finish it. I want it to look good, and it's going to be a fantastic motorcycle. But it sure has been a challenge. It may be one of the most challenging. So I guess let's see. I'm waiting on, the exhaust that came with the bike wasn't even Ford. It was for Suzuki, along with the rear shock. Yes, for Suzuki. Somebody had a good idea that they should fit just fine. Well, they didn't. So tried to find an exhaust for this bike. Was about like trying to find the rear wheel. I couldn't find one. Finally ordered a brand new FMF pipe for it. Placed an order with Rocky Mountain ATVMC. They always help me out a lot with OEM parts and a lot of other things too, along with Motorsport. I use them just as much. I got half the order from Rocky Mountain, and the other half, which contains the rear sprocket, front sprocket, and my exhaust pipe, is still somewhere between here and Utah. So I haven't seen it in a couple of weeks. I understand they've got, you know, shipping issues on their own. There's probably staffing issues. So just waiting on those. I can't fire it up. It's all ready. I got the the engine back together. Of course, I took the sent the cylinder off to Millennium. Got it back with the new piston. All is good. Got, you know, of course, like I said, mentioned a minute ago, got the carburetor, or better carburetor than what I had actually. Everything's pretty much ready to go for me to at least fire this thing up for the first time. But the exhaust, I got nothing. So I wait, and we'll see when it comes in. My guess is that we're looking at a couple weeks. So maybe another couple of weeks. So the thing that I wanted to do was build on a budget, one, and then two, build it quick. You know, 3-4 weeks. Neither have happened. I've had this thing going for a couple of months, and maybe longer. And this is where I sit. But what an incredible looking bike it'll be. I'll keep you guys updated. So hopefully next video will be running, complete, all back together. I hope it runs. Everything is good. You never know, you know, these things, what's going to happen when you try to fire it up for the first time. So anyway, I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.